Is it really that hard for us to enjoy wrestling for one fucking week? Well, Ashley Massaro's best friend, allegedly, has gone on to a news channel, News Nation, and stated that Stephanie McMahon knew all about the Ashley Massaro incident. Now, I think this is absolute 100% bullshit, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. But this best friend has stated that Vince handed Ashley off to Stephanie because Stephanie was a woman and Stephanie could comfort her. So when Ashley got into the meeting and be told that basically they're not going to do anything about it, she'd feel a bit better. Now, I think this is absolute bullshit, and the reason I state this is because when Ashley Massaro put out a statement or a court filing, whatever it was, in 2015, Stephanie McMahon's name or Triple H's name were not mentioned in this whatsoever. Lots of names were mentioned, including Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and Kevin Dunne. All of those names were mentioned. Okay? She also mentioned that she was in a meeting with all men. No mention of a woman being involved in this. And the other thing is that from a tweet in 2015, which was after Ashley Massaro had left the company, and after all of this stuff would have happened, she praised Stephanie McMahon in a tweet, outright praising Stephanie, saying she misses Stephanie. Stephanie is God. Why would she do that if Stephanie was involved in keeping this quiet, in keeping this hushed? I don't think she would. I wouldn't. I don't think you would either, if you was in that situation. So, I think this best friend, who's gone onto the news, simply wants 15 minutes of fame, made up some bullshit to get onto the news, and that bullshit has now caused a shitstorm throughout the wrestling community. Now, could it be true? Of course it can be true. My personal opinion is that this is all bullshit, and if I'm proven wrong, I always say, if I'm proven wrong, I'll come on here and say, I was wrong. But until then, I'm standing by what I believe, until something comes out that is hard evidence that Stephanie was implicated into this. It is bullshit. My opinion, not a fact. Bullshit. Stephanie McMahon needs to come out and respond to this. She needs to, because her name is now implicated. She needs to respond. If she is innocent in all of this, she needs to come out and say, this is all bullshit, and everything has been fabricated, and I did not know about this whatsoever. Now again, she could have known about it. This best friend statement could 100% be true. But as of right now, I don't believe it's true whatsoever. I think it is all 100% bullshit. And people need to shut the fuck up. If you don't know anything, if you don't know anything, if you're close to someone but you don't know anything, just shut the fuck up, right? Don't say fuck all, because you're ruining things. Every single fucking thing is getting one step closer to Triple H. And I think that's the plan. I think the plan is to get things one step closer to Triple H, so Triple H can be fucking fired. That's what I think. But then again, I overthink, and I'm a bit of a paranoid conspiracy nut. Those right-wingers! Us right-wingers, we are conspiracy nuts, apparently. And we overthink things. I do overthink things, and I am a bit of a conspiracy nut. But I think all of this is absolute bullshit. But hopefully we will find out. And I can either be proven right, or I can be proven wrong. Either way, we need to know what went down. Now, before this video ends, Tony Khan last night proved how much of a man-child he is. Now, Marvin the Movie Monster from Tooneytown Wrestling, I've mentioned him on here a few times. He is taking YouTube by storm. He is taking over the YouTube platform very fast, and I am very jealous of his success. But that's a topic for another day. So, Marvin posted some pictures of the AEW Titantron from their 200th episode, saying, "Thank you, Tony." Now, whether you believe Tony Khan did this or the staff did this as a surprise for Tony is up to you. I really don't care. But Marvin said that when WWE hit a milestone, they thanked the fans. When AEW hit a milestone, Tony Khan thanks himself. Now, if this was about Triple H or Vince McMahon, they would not acknowledge it whatsoever, because why are they going to? Why are they going to waste their time acknowledging someone with 1,000 subscribers on YouTube who said something about them, right? Whether it's true or false, why would they acknowledge it? They have better things to be doing, and they have time on their hands to do other things than respond to an account with just over 1k followers and 1k subscribers. But Tony Khan, no, he's all the time in the world. And Tony Khan actually went and responded to this, saying that it was planned by all the staff and the production crew and whatnot, and they made it as a surprise for him, and he found it very touching, and it was a great memory. Now, whether Tony's lying or not doesn't really matter. What matters is that he went out of his way to respond to this. Now, this is why people troll Tony Khan, because Tony Khan is an easy target. If you are a wrestling promoter, if you are in a public figure, you should not show people that you are an easy troll target, because it will just happen more and more and more and more and more and more and more until we get explosion points. And those explosion points we've seen multiple times from Tony already, where he went and bashed The Undertaker and John Cena because he lost to NXT. That loss to NXT absolutely destroyed him. He could not cope. He hated it. He went on some massive rant, and there's been a few other times where Tony's gone online and acted like an absolute bitch because of what nobodies like me say online, right? If I was Tony Khan, I would acknowledge any of it. I would acknowledge what I'm doing wrong and try to make those things right. That's what I'd be doing if I was Tony Khan. I would not be focused on some fucking Twitter account that's bashing me. I would be focused on making my show better. One thing that doesn't make his show better is putting two fucking jobbers in the main event in a fucking Texas death match. Orange Cassidy, I don't care how he's booked there. If he was in the big leagues, he'd be a jobber. Matt Taven, if he was in the big leagues, he'd be a jobber, and I'm pretty sure he's a jobber now. Yes, he's one half of the ROH Tag Team Champions, but has little to no credibility in AEW. And there they are, in a main event, in a death match. Why? Oh, they've been building the story for a few weeks. A few weeks. And you warrant the first match out of this to be a fucking death match. And people wonder why we don't like AEW. A no DQ match needs to be the fucking... What's the fucking... grudge match. It needs to be the finale of the fucking feud. That is what a no DQ is for. But Tony Khan, no. First match, we'll have a Texas death match between someone who's in the feud and someone who is a lackey in the feud. AEW is fucked, but WWE, they could even be even more fucked. And I don't know, only time will tell if Stephanie is implicated. If Stephanie is implicated in this, then by God, we could be saying bye to Triple H. I hope that isn't the fucking case. I don't want that to be the fucking case. We don't need this right now. So, if anyone's watching this that's friends with Ashley Massaro or friends with the person who fucking, whatever, the Janelle Grant, and you don't know anything, then do me a favour and shut the fuck up. Like, subscribe, follow me on X. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.